Hey, what's up? You know who this is? It's Kev today. Yesterday I got some good news. Harvey Super Brother back on the block again. That's good, man. Good to see you. Now you can move on and continue on. I like that. You know, keep your head up, brother, and you know, everything's gonna be alright. You know, just keep spreading your message around. And if you want to do a part 3, then shit, do a part 3. Alright, my topic today is talking about this this disease, this big germ warfare, this plague that we got in our black community. It was good, you know, but now, you know, it's been contaminated, put it like that. And it's turned into a disease. And that disease is called rap and hip hop. Now let's go down memory lane. You remember like back then, like back in 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. I mean, it was like about, you know, rapping, DJing, you know, brothers like breakdancing, you know, doing their thing, you know. They would party like from up all the way to the next morning. And they would just like hop their ass on the bus or on the subway and go home and call it a night, you know. And then when the mid 80s came, you had like groups like, you know, Public Enemy, Boogie Down Productions, you know, and to like the early 90s, groups like X-Clan. And then, you know, Serve For On, you know, then here come, you know, more gangster rap and, you know, things like that. But don't get me wrong, because I used to, like, listen to that. You know, I used to listen to everything. I'm old school, you know. Like I said, I'm 38 years old. I'm 38, so been there and done that. And then you look at the rap music today, man, it's like, what the hell's going on? I mean, what are you putting into our youngsters, our black youngsters' head? You know, our brothers and sisters, what y'all putting in their head, you know? And it's like, I be like wondering to myself, it's like, what happened to like the positive messages that, you know, those groups was like putting out back then, like Chuck D, Karis One, Brother J, even Dead Prez, you know, because you don't hear positive messages no more. I mean, you don't hear about, you know, getting brothers back together, you know, making the community what's right, you know, fighting these racist Caucasians, power structure, fighting them, you know, not in a violent physical way, but if you had to, I mean, that's what it took. Now you don't have that no more. It's all about the money, the cars, you know, women like slapping their asses around. A lot of bragging. You know, I got this, I got that. You know, I wake up in the morning. And, you know, shit like that. That's not sending a good message out. What it's really doing is really hurting our kids. It's really hurting our community. Because nowadays, you tell a kid, you know, put something on positive, they don't want to listen to that. They don't want to hear none of that. They don't want to hear, like, you know, brothers and sisters get together, you know, brothers gonna work it out. It's gone. It's gone. And nowadays, I mean, you know, gangster rap, you know, people still listen to it, but you would think they would still like send some kind of positive message out to these kids out there because these kids supporting them. And these rappers today, what I'm talking about, they worse than the Caucasians is. They worse than these crackers is because they don't give a fuck about these little young kids out here. I mean, they say that these rappers like do things for the community. I ain't seen shit. Now, maybe I'm wrong, but I ain't seen nothing. You know, I don't see them, like, doing positive messages and stuff like that. I don't see that. And, you know, they're not telling these kids to do what's right. It's like, you know, nowadays you got rappers enticing kids to be Bloods and Crips. What kind of shit is that? That's something that we trying to like end in our community. We trying to get rid of. Because, you know, we got a lot of casualties out because brothers and sisters out here killing each other over nothing. Over something that the white man flooded in the neighborhood and over some colored clothes. And you're enticing our younger brothers and sisters to be Bloods and Crips. That's something I don't like. And I don't think that's something that our civil rights leaders and our ancestors, I don't think that's something that they would endure in. And the coldest thing about it, they're teasing these youngsters. They teasing these brothers and sisters about, you know, I got this, I got that. And, you know, I'm selling drugs and all that. And guess what? When these little kids listen to that shit like that, that makes them want to go out and sell drugs, you know, be pimps and, like, prostitute kids and stuff like that, which I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's, like, I'm not saying I want a rapper to be a role model, but if you're going to, if a black kid, a black child listen to your music, then you should like at least put some positive messages out the way our community is going through right now. Anybody, look at me right now. I'm in a bucket. I don't need no fancy ass car or nothing like that because I'm not going to be a target. I'm not going to be a target. And that's what you like making these kids, when you making these songs is. You ain't doing nothing but give them a damn trip to the prison or laying on a damn table waiting to get dissected. If you know what I mean. And the record companies, they making that shit worser. Because you got some white Jewish dude in the office now, because black people don't run hip hop no more. You must remember everything we came out, they stole from us. They took rock and roll from us. They took everything from us. Now they taking hip hop from us. They control it. Now you got white people rapping. You got white people DJing. You got white people break dancing. You got white people doing graffiti art. You even got, I even watched on TV, you even got white kids double dutching. You know, double jump rope. And I mean, come on now. Back then, you couldn't pay a white person to do none of that shit because they wouldn't do it. Because they considered that's our thing. And, you know, they too good to do shit like, but now they doing it. They doing the same shit they did with rock and roll, man. They taking that from us. But anyway, like I was saying, you got some Jewish dude, some white dude in the front office. Instead of him playing the office roles, he going in the studios and tell them, oh yeah, go ahead and say that. That's what make the record sales. Go ahead and say this and go say that. But see, when that brother rap and say this and say that, and if he talking about another brother that rap, that's when these rap beefs go on. And guess what? One of these brothers gonna get killed, and the other brother gonna go to penitentiary. Why? Because they listening to what some white cracker or some white Jewish telling them what to do. See, you gotta understand this. They killing us right there at the same time they stealing our shit. And we had that. It's like every time when a brother goes up, they want to try to bring us down. And this ain't part of the topic right here, but you take Herman Cain for instance. You remember before he stepped down with this sexual harassment crap or whatever. You remember when he had when he was going on the votes, he was going for the presidential election, Republican. You must remember that. This brother was kicking these other Republican asses. He was only dark skinned, but he was whooping their asses. Top votes, everything. He was winning every state. And guess what happened? Where is he now? I mean, he was up, but all of a sudden, you know, they kind of figured like, hell, we got a nigger already up in the White House. What the hell we need a nigger Republican for? And I say this to myself sometimes because it's funny. I say, what if Herman Cain was a president? What do you fucking crackers gonna do? Y'all gonna try to shoot him? Y'all gonna threaten to kill him? After all, you fuckers wanted the Republican. Now you got one, but he's dark-skinned like Obama. Now what you want to do? You want to kill him all of a sudden? That's some funny shit. And the coldest thing about it, when they knowing that he was up, that's when they want to go ahead and they want to go bring these white women's in to say that he sexual harassed him. Some shit happened years and years ago. Some shit they dug up out the grave. And the funny thing about it, one of the white women said that Herman Cain had put his hand on her thighs and then tried to force her head down. I mean, come on now, listen. If a brother like myself, dark as me, will put a white woman's hand down on my thigh, or put my hand on her thighs, and I try to force her head, don't you know that bitch gonna scream rape? She gonna scratch me. She gonna do everything. Hell, Herman Cain probably would have had a jail record. So that was a lie right there. They did that to get that man up out of there, and I couldn't believe it that he didn't sexually harass those women, but they say he did, and they believed him. And that's what Herman Cain get. That's what his ass get. You reap what you sow. When you put your people under the rug, that shit will come right back on you, man. But just like I say, back to the, back to this community plague right here, man. That's rap music. It's not like it was back then, man, because back then when they were speaking messages, you had people like they had the Public Enemy t-shirts to fight the power. They were wearing red, black, and green. Man, I say when 95 came, this gangster rap shit came in, it changed. It was like murder, homicides, robbery. We already lost rappers that got killed already. Tupac Shakur, look at him. He came from a good background, a family background that was militant. But he had another side to him. And if you put people together, you ask people like, what do you like about Tupac? Do you like about his militant Black Panther, the Black Panther side? Or you like the first thing gonna come out of his mouth is thug. That's the first thing that's gonna come out their mouth is thug. But that ain't doing nothing but they ain't doing nothing but genocide's killing us. If all these rappers right now, they need to say positive, send some positive message. Don't keep sending this negative shit out. Be the solution, not the problem. Until then, I get with you the next time. Peace out. Leo 1.